Hi. Hey.
What's up?
All your favorite artists.
Check it out.
Say my name.
DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars.
On Hot 7025fm.com.
What's going on, everybody? It's your main man, 360, the poet from the Morning Wood, and I'm here to talk to you about the Sci-Fi Center. It's your Vegas home for science fiction, horror, and fantasy. From comic books, toys, and posters to movie screenings and live events, they've got you covered. Located at 900 Cameron Avenue, Suite B209, give them a call, 702-900-4335, or reach them at thescificenter.com.
Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on Hot 702.5fm.com.
It's your main man, 360, the poet from the Morning Wood. And are you looking for the perfect drink? Well, you found it. Mimosa Royale is the perfect combination of California's sparkling white wine and natural juice that is both tasty and refreshing. No artificial colors or flavors, no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. As the world's first ready-to-drink mimosa, Mimosa Royale is perfect for any occasion, day or night. You no longer have to drink 12 of those seltzers just to get that perfect buzz. At 8% alcohol, Mimosa Royale is the perfect drink to party with. Offered in a variety of flavors and sizes, you are bound to find a Mimosa Royale that you'll love. We have berry, mango, apple, and orange, with more flavors to come. Mimosa Royale is the most award-winning flavored wine that serves in bottles or cans. You can find them online at drinkmimosa.com or find them at your local liquor store. Ask for it by name. Mimosa Royale.
E-Class Consulting. It's owned and operated by E. Carice, providing tools, training, and resources that are sure to make you and your business even more successful. We are staffed with a marketing, credit, tax, and a real estate consultant. E-Class Consulting also provides a temporary admin service called E-Class Admins. Want to book an appointment with E-Class Consulting? Call 702-518-3002 or email book@eclassconsulting.com. E-Class Consulting, navigating you to greatness.
Check it out. Check it out. Where we at, what we doing, and what we doing, where we at. You know where you are. You're in the number one place for online or in-person advice. It's Wednesday, it's hump day, and it's time to holla at the homie. Y'all, if y'all don't know who the homie is, it's me, 360 the poet. That's right, that's THAPOET. Make sure you spell it right, please, and thank you, because it actually means something. That's tenacity, heart, and attitude. Presents opportunities every time. So let me get these lips together here one time, and we gonna go right at it like that, y'all. So what up, Dakari? Dakari Kofi in the building. Always good to have my a foot taller than me best friend in the building. Yeah, if y'all ain't know, like, man, it was crazy seeing me and Dak walking together through campus and stuff. That's one of my friends, damn near 30 years. We walked together through campus. I'm 5'5", he's 6'5", so tell me how stupid that look. And then we got another partner, Josh. He's like 6'4". What up, Jorge? Ain't seen you in a hot one, baby. Where you at, man? But you know, y'all look like some stair steps. But I, of course, you know, I was the base. I was the foundation. I was the bottom step. But good to see y'all always in the building. What's up, Molly Mall? What's up, Inglewood Stand Up? That's what I'm talking about. One of the senators and mayors/mayors of the Wood, Molly Mall in the building. One of the hardest working men in construction. What's happening, dog? He one of them ones, like, you get him out there on the construction site, man, you better not talk ish about none of the equipments. What's going on, Miss Contreras? Because Molly Mall can operate everything from a backhoe to a jackhammer. You test him if you want to. He gonna get an A+. Appreciate you, baby. I'm glad. I'm feeling good. Got my Sprite look going on today. or my what's that new one that they got out? Starry. Got my Starry apparel going on today. If y'all want to sponsor me, go ahead and do that, Starry. You know what I mean? Y'all can make an image of me like somebody kissing me from the stands I made out of Starry soda pop. But yeah, it was. A lot of y'all, if y'all Crane, you say you know all the cranes. That's what I'm talking about. That's you can go down to Nashville, make $1 billion because they new state bird in Tennessee is the crane. Like our new state flower is the orange cone. So what's up, y'all? Y'all know where we at. Y'all know what we doing right here. It's the #1 advice column online or in person. But I always like to let y'all know I promise I have not done more than one psychology class in school. So that's the only one I've ever paid for or got paid for me. And I've never done any training in counseling and or advising. But what I have done is I've lived a colorful life. Not just my apparel and my clothing and my shoes, but a life full of ups, downs, ins, outs, sideways, and byways, because that's what we do in life. And what I did was I was able to be close enough to people that allowed me to sponge some of that game up. And now I'm able to squeeze it back out to y'all as y'all hit me off with these emails, letters, questions, calls. All that. Speaking of calls, if you want to hit us up on hot7025fm.com, the number is always what it is, 702-551-5261. That's 702-551-5261. Right, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Sprite, I need them to pay me. They got rid of, they don't sponsor LeBron no more, so they need to go ahead and come get that 360, bringing them back full circle. That's what I'm going to do for Sprite or Starry, whoever want to sponsor this fit looking right here. Like I said, when I call some of y'all, if you got an iPhone, this going to be the outfit you may see pull up on there. You know what I'm saying? So don't think I'm stalking you out there if I call you after today. This is just what happened. That's what it does. That freaks me out, though. That don't make y'all feel weird where people faces show up on y'all phone with pictures that y'all know y'all didn't take. You know you didn't take that picture. But it pop up on your phone like in the name of the person who you know the person. Man, the first time I saw that, my youngest daughter, Mimi, she called and her face showed up on it. I guess is what she got is her information, because I guess that's how mine ended up like that, the picture that you put online for yourself. I was like, I ain't never seen this picture of Mimi. And then Maya's like, no, that's just what happened when the iPhone, you know, I'm old, so I don't be knowing. I just let things roll off my back like a duck, right? So anyway, like I said, I've never had any of that, but I do give y'all the advice that I've been able to sponge up and give y'all the game back right at you. So that's all right with y'all. It's all right with me. Then we're going to take this journey one more time as we go down the hole inside. So first things first, we always get into our letters. We got a letter from somebody called Feeling a Certain Type of Way. It says, Dear Holla at the Homie, I'm dealing with a situation that's left me feeling some kind of way, and I could really use your advice. Here's the story. A few weeks ago, I was hanging out with a group of friends, and we were just chatting about life, work, and all that. During the conversation, I mentioned this really cool job opportunity that I'd found online. I didn't say much, just that it seemed like the perfect fit for me, and I was thinking of applying. I didn't go into details or tell anyone else to apply. It was more of a casual mention, just something that I was excited about and wanted to share with the group. Fast forward to now, and I found out that a friend of a friend, someone who was there that day and overheard the conversation, ended up applying for the very job. Not only that, but she got it. I didn't even know she was looking for a job in that field, so it totally blindsided me. Here's where I'm struggling. On one hand, I feel happy for her, and I know she must have worked hard to get it. But on the other hand, I can't help but feel like the opportunity was taken from me before I even had a chance. I'm not sure if I'm just being petty or my feelings are justified. I never directly told her about the job, so it's not like she stole it from me, but it feels a little off. How do I handle these mixed emotions? Should I say something or should I just let it go? Am I wrong for feeling a little hurt? I don't want to create any unnecessary drama, but I also don't want to ignore my own feelings. Thanks for your advice in advance, anything that you can give me. Sincerely, Feeling Some Kind of Way. What's going on, 79 Nurse? What's going on, Papa Bear 15? What's going on, Mrs. Contreras? What's going on, ms.m.com out there, Steph? What's happening, y'all? Thank y'all for joining me on Holla at the Homie. I always appreciate anybody. What's going on, Matt Seward? You say that's wild. Sometimes you got to keep certain goals to yourself. That's it. That's it, Matt Seward. You hit the nail on the proverbial head. Sometimes, in meaning all the time, you don't always supposed to talk about what you doing. Because when you a finna or I'm about to type of person, exactly, move like a G, move in silence like a G in lasagna, right? When you about to do type of person or I'm finna, finna or about to, somebody else is like, oh, I'm on that. So if you're not really ready to pull the trigger or you're not speaking of something that you've already, got on deck in a situation like this, sometimes it's best to keep your mouth closed. Because it would have been even worse if it was one of your closest friends. You said it's a friend of a friend. So in a situation like this where you feel like you got snaked, like you got in a situation, like somebody backdoored you. Now, my question to you, because you said fast forward to now, that means they've had an opportunity, a chance to pull up the website or whatever you were talking about, look at the opportunity, present their own resume, or see if they had it already ready to rock and roll on Indeed or, Monster, what's that Monster Job or whatever the other sites are, LinkedIn or whatever the case may be. They may have already had their profile ready for that same job and heard you talking about it and heard like, well, let me get off my aspirin and go do what I was supposed to do already. That's one of them situations like where you be at a car dealership, right? The car you looking at today and thinking about buying tomorrow is the one somebody looked at yesterday and is gonna come and buy today. So if they are already in a situation where they've got that bullet in the chamber for themselves and they see you, they hear you talking about it with excitement and, talking about your qualifications for it a little bit, maybe this, that, or the third, or your friends may be talking about it because they know you better than that other third party person did. Now they were like, well, let me get up off my aspirin and go out here. You got to get up, get out, and get something. Can't let the days of your life pass by. You know what I mean? You heard they told you that. Goody Mom told you that in the 90s. You can't spend all your time trying to get high. You know what I mean? Whenever I feel like I'm sitting on my aspirin too much, man, I low-key put that's one of my inspirational songs, right? Because, CeeLo come in, I don't recall ever graduating at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just letting y'all know I wasn't even supposed to do this, but I did it. What'd you say, Papa Bear? Everybody ain't your friend. Sometimes you just crutch for other people. That's it. That's another thing. That's what I said. It would have been even worse if it was one of your closest friends that got this opportunity before you. So feeling some kind of way, that's what you call yourself, you need to be able to look at this in full spectrum. What'd you say, Lucy Lowe? First of all, what's up, babe? Lucy Lowe, you say you definitely told way too much info. Don't talk in mixed company. Did you apply? What God has for you, nobody can take away. Maybe the message is to actively move. Whoa. Pass the collection plate on that one because that's saying something. Maybe it's a message wrapped up in your feelings on this. You understand what I'm saying? It's something that's in there that's like, ow. It hit you somewhere, so it hurt a little bit. It ripped off a Band-Aid. It caused you to realize, because you said right here, you said the thing where you caught up is that you want to feel good for the girl, for the lady. You know what I'm saying? I feel happy for her, and I know she must have worked hard to get it. So you knew already that there was an obstacle prior to getting it. It took some work to get it because you said, I know she must have worked hard to get it. So you are already looking at it, about to apply for it, or maybe had even applied for it, or missed the boat and didn't get your application in time. Like Lucy Lowe 78 said, maybe the message is for you to start actively moving and not speaking and announcing your arrival. You understand what I'm saying? The kings that got knocked off is the ones that's hear ye, presenting this person who's the this of this. Shabaga. Sniped. Et tu, Brute? And you feel like you getting sniped by somebody that's close to you, but, I put it in poems back in the day, those closest to you, the ones that can get you. People can stab you when they close to you, in close proximity. My wife and I, we talk about all the time, like, what's your preferred way to take somebody out? And me, I'm a stabber. Because I want to be close enough for you to know it was me, but I don't have to be boastful about it. We can understand this, get this on right now, and be done with it. So metaphorically speaking, like, they close enough to you to get to you. Would you say we also know you talk too much too, because how do you not know what the people in your presence do? Exactly. That's what? Where your ministry at? Where your ministry at? Miss Zipper Lip emoji. You speaking today because you may be talking too much. In the poem, If, don't look too good nor talk too wise. Rudyard Kipling told you about that. You don't even know what the other people around you do or what kind of moves they make because you so busy talking about your own. My track coach, Coach Allen Robinson, Tennessee State University track and field, told me back then, he told us all, an empty wagon makes a whole lot of noise. And it took some a long time to get what he was talking about. But I got it immediately because he was low-key talking to me. And what that meant was, if you saying something that has no substance, you saying it loud and boastfully and all these things in between, right? But the fact that you are boastful and have no substance, people can hear you coming. You can't move silently as like that because you're not weighed down with your real thoughts, with your feelings, with your preparation. That's not enough to put some weight on you. What'd you say, Dakari Kofi? You say, simply put, it wasn't for you. Whatever you feeling concerning the situation, just let it go and move on to the next opportunity. That's a way to look at it. That's a glass half full or half empty, depending on how the person perceives that perspective. I get that as well. I do completely understand that, And again, so that either you actively moving or you move, and again, you got to move on. Would you say stop talking and move in silence, Aretha Harden? Exactly. Can't make all that noise. Would you say won't hold you long? How do you know it's not coincidental? Maybe they already applied. That's what I was saying. And was hushed until it came into fruition. That's what I said. I was saying, like, maybe they already applied. They were about to apply, or they was finna, and saw that you was ambitious about it. And now they jumped on it. They're like, let me get on this horse. Because you said fast forward to now. That means there's some time has transpired between when this conversation in mixed company occurred, where this person was present, and to now. So that lets me know that you've also spoken this opportunity around other circles of people, because you said during an incident where I was in mixed company. So that means in other times you've spoken this to people where you were just around people who you considered your friend group. You feel me? So, again, like Lucy Lowe 78 said, you may be talking too much and not listening enough. Always talking about listening. And you're not listening enough to even see what the other people around you do for a living, what kind of moves they're making, or whether or not you should even be speaking what you're talking about. That may be a position that they just got fired from if you don't know who they are and how they move. That's what you don't want to just go salt in the wounds around people that you really not familiar in that way with. That's a way to look at it, but don't get me wrong, your feelings are valid. I don't want you to say that. I don't want you to think that I'm just stepping all on how you feel. What's up, Cali Bay 143? I don't want you to act as if I'm just stepping on how you feel about the situation, because you got mixed feelings about it. You feel one way and you feel the other way. So you straddling the fence with it. So I get it. So thank you for coming to me with it. Let me preface my statements by saying that as well. So it's you talking about life, and again, like this is a tricky situation. It's completely natural to feel a little bit hurt, like a little bit of to be in the feelings a little bit, just because, again, like you were excited about it and you feel like, somebody stole your new bike, but you didn't really get the bike. You just put the bike on your Christmas list. You had the bike on your list. Did you send a letter to Santa? Meaning, did you submit your resume? Did you fill out the application? Did you do all the necessary things that had to be done, like this other person must have done, because they seized the opportunity? Now, it may have been after you spoke it, but like a few of us have already said on here, that maybe they were already making moves towards it and you just happened to light the fire under them to get up, get out, and get something, right? That's where we got to be like cognizant of, like, when we talking about stuff. we got to be cognizant of when we talking about stuff, because if we not making any moves on it and we simply just talking about it, then we setting ourselves up to give that out to the people. That's like doing a duck call with other hunters out there and your gun not even loaded. You out there blowing your duck horn, the ducks start flying around, all this opportunity flying around, right? But you not even loaded up. You ain't got nan buckshot in your shotgun. You just talking about hunting. You boasting about this new thing that you got, this new toy that you have, or this new opportunity that's in front of you, right? But you're not even locked and loaded. So think about that, you know? This was just in friendly conversation. So it's not like like you said, you didn't directly tell anybody that you were applying. You just said that it's an opportunity that you feel was perfect for you. So if they felt like, well, damn, it's perfect for them and we similar, you know, imitation is the number one form of flattery, right? What's up, Calvin Oliver? You know, imitation is the number one form of flattery, right? So maybe they were like, well, shoot, I want to get like her. You know, maybe I want to be like this person is being because I like the way she moved, the way she talked, and how passionate she is about this position. And if it's out there, maybe it's more than one. I'll apply. Let's see. Because apparently if she's talking to me, they may have thought that you already applied. And so they trying to get some of that same woo too. Not every position is just a singular position. It's other people that can be saying on what they call it linear positions as well that may fit the mold and be like, ooh, you applied for this one, but I like you for this other one. How about that? And then my next question is, even after she got the job, did you ever apply even? Or did you find out she got the job you were looking for and you never even pulled the trigger still? These are questions that I need answers from myself if I were in this position. So I'm hoping you're asking yourself these questions, you know, feeling some kind of way. You know, because it sounds like the thing that's bugging you the most is that you didn't get a shot to apply. Because that's what it sounds like to me, like you didn't get a chance to apply before she swooped in and got the gig. You know, that's what I'm hoping did not occur. Like, I'm hoping you at least, even after she got it, you still, you know, swung for the fences. What's going on, Christy Easley? Maybe you swung for the fences. Maybe you still shot your shot because, you know, we always talk about on here, the shots you know you're not going to make is the ones that you do not take. If you don't take it, you can't make it. So again, did you still pull the trigger? Because people get probationary periods, you know, people get waitlisted sometimes just to see if the first choice they made, maybe they needed to get her out the way just to say they got some applications, they got somebody in, but maybe she not the fit. So I need to know, did you still pull the trigger or did you just cower away like, oh no, oh, woe is me. No llore. No crying. Ain't no crying and applying. Still shoot your shot. Because you never know. They may not be the fit. Being in management positions before, I've hired some people who I know were just a filler. Waiting on the one who I know was ready and made for this position. And if you spoke so emphatically about it and so passionately about it, what's going on, Dr. Pixie 007? If you spoke emphatically and passionate about it the way that you described in your letter, then you feel like you feel. You understand what I'm saying? Like you feel like this was made for you. So still apply. That's my other word of, you know, advice to you. If you did not, because what I'm telling you, what I feel from your letter is that you did not even get a chance to shoot your shot before the other lady came in and dunked that thing and got the gig. She caught it off the backboard and slammed it because she heard you talking about it as the alley-oops in your situation, if that's the way you want to take it. Or you could be like, damn, she acted on it hard and fast, so they must have really been serious or they must have been desperate. Whatever the case, I'm still going to shoot my shot. As long as it's time on the clock, shoot your shot. If the position doesn't say closed on LinkedIn or on, monster.com or whatever, or whatever, wherever people apply for jobs at. If it doesn't say closed on that site, Indeed, then apparently, they haven't filled the position yet. They got somebody as a substitute. You got to feel that way if you spoke as passionately about this gig as you explained in your letter. So you must feel at least like it's made for you, because here's the thing, you didn't tell anybody about the job directly. So it's not like she stole it. She didn't steal it. So let's throw that feeling out the door. You said it yourself. You self-admitted that you never said that you were applying. You just said that it's a job that you feel is perfect for you. So what's that mean? Like, if you do something well and this job description is what you do well, then you feel like you fit in that. But if you explained all of that and you didn't say like, and I'm going to go get it, or I applied already, or, my application I'm waiting on them to respond. If you didn't say any of those things where action was involved, that's what Lucy Lowe said. Lucy Lowe 78 said that maybe the message is to start actively moving and not just speaking on it. Because you can't get mad if somebody swoops in and catches the pass that you waiting to come to you. If you got a receiver that's hungry and he trying to score, he gonna come across, snatch that thing, and take it to the house while you sitting there waiting with your hands up like, ooh, I see this opportunity coming my way. You gotta actively attack that thing. You got to get up, get out, and get something. Don't let the days of your life pass by. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just be waiting on things. Waiting to exhale? What are you waiting on? Wagwan, how come you can't get out your own way and go get at it, man? You're real. You have to be real with yourself. How come you can't be real with yourself sometimes? That's what you got to understand here, feeling some type of way. Again, I'm just saying that because that's what you call yourself. Sometimes when, we're just talking openly in a group, we forget that other people might be paying closer attention to what we're saying than what we think at the time on the surface. Did she do something shady? Nah, she might have been protecting, again, she may have been protecting her nest, protecting what her thought process was, protecting, what she had going on at the time. She heard about an opportunity and went for it. That's just how the game works sometimes. We've seen shows about it tons and tons and dozens and time upon time, right? TV will tell you, movies will tell you, don't speak about what your blessings are. Don't announce them. Just all you do is, give thanks for them once you've achieved and attained them. Because believing that they coming to you, but they say faith without works is dead, right? So if you got faith that this opportunity is coming to you, but you're not working toward it, this opportunity in itself has no life because you're not breathing life into it. Why not find a way to do that? Why not find a way to resuscitate this opportunity for yourself? So still apply. That would be my continued advice. If you failed to pull the trigger on this and you didn't even apply, then I implore you to apply still. So within 90 days, everybody got a 90-day probationary period. And then they may have got the position that you wanted, but you may have been qualified for something else within the same place. You just didn't know the opportunity was there, so it may have been meant for you to speak this. So the other person who you talk to at that same day, y'all may mess around and be teamed up in this position, in this same place. You may be their equal, they subordinate, you may be their boss. You never know where the dice may roll. And then they'll end up telling you, like, yeah, I already had my app in. When you said something about that, girl, I couldn't wait but to call and see how my situation was going. And I followed up and they was like, you know what, come on in. Whatever the situation may be, you had the opportunity to do just that. You had the opportunity to not speak about it. You had the opportunity to still apply to it. You had the opportunity to feel however you want to feel about it, but just know that it's 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. If you didn't actively go at it, then you have no excuse on why they have it and you don't. Anytime what's up, the real DJ Count? Talked about you again this week, dog, to somebody, man. You must be one of my little guardian angels out there that's living on these streets. You know what I mean? Out there in Long Beach. Yeah, so if somebody has an opportunity, that they seize an opportunity that you just speak about, and you don't actively make a move toward it, then how can you be upset with them? When you just sat on your hands, you can't expect to catch the ball if you're sitting on your hands or if you're sitting there waiting on it. There's other people that want the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They say it's a dog-eat-dog world. All the cliches and proverbs and parables that people say, like, it's swimming with the sharks. You know what I mean? I was that's what's up, dog. Double up. That's what I'm talking about. Double up. The thing about it is I was freestyling a poem on the way into the studio this go round, right? And I said, you can make anybody fizz out if you pop their cork up. And swimming with the sharks, they say, is dangerous, but it's nothing to an orca. You understand what I'm saying? So what that mean is, it's nothing. You can swim with the sharks, but if you an orca, you eating them cats. You eating them little guppies. So you got to be hungrier than the people that's in the same arena as you. Think of it in gladiator terms, or as DJ Count told me one time, instead of fighting fire with fire, fight fire with water. See what's going to defeat whatever your nemesis is. If you don't have to be like in the full sense, like this lady is now your enemy, she your nemesis, but her getting the position that you wanted is now an adversary to you. It's got you feeling, as you say in your name, some type of way. So now what will defeat that feeling? That feeling is your nemesis, right? You don't want to feel that way. You don't want to be trapped in that mindset of what if, wonder whys, right? Coulda, shoulda, wouldas, finna, about tos. Killer Mike said there ain't no Rolex been bought with her. I'm about to a finna. You know what I mean? If you're going to be a winner, be a winner. That's the case. It is what it is. You can say it in how many other ways you want to say it that are cliche. But they all boil down to one thing. If you show no motion towards what you're trying to get, don't be upset if somebody gets it before you. We talked about it the other day. The early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese. So in this case, she was the second mouse in your consideration because you feel like you got to this opportunity first. But she being the second one who heard it secondhand from you, either that this opportunity was there or that you were interested and that she may have already been looking at it. Whatever the case may be, she in this case is the second mouse and she got the cheese. So you cannot get upset about it. So let's eliminate any anger that you may feel, unless it's with self. And even then, don't beat yourself up. Because like Dakari Kofi said, sometimes just, take it, understand the situation, learn from it, let it go, and move on to the next. So now you know what not to do. Lucy Lowe said it earlier. This may be the message that's telling you to work now with movement instead of just thoughts and just words. And those are just verbal diarrhea. If you just talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and you're not moving, that's verbal diarrhea. It's spilling over to people that really don't want to be involved in it. So again, but again, let's talk about you. This is all, it's not all about like what she got. You know, we got to talk about you. It's important to process those feelings and, you know, not just push them aside because, again, I don't want you to feel like, oh, man, they just dissing me. Like, I messed up. I effed up. I missed the ball. I got to kick myself. I'm down now, right? You know, it's important to process how you feel about this situation. That's what we come to each other for the advice and the things like that, right? It's okay to feel bad or hurt or disappointed or, you know, but don't let it consume you. You know, use it as a motivation. Now you get an opportunity to, you know, to stay on your grind, to keep your nose to the grindstone, or keep looking for opportunities. You know, all the things people tell you. You know, well, what's meant for you will be for you, and those are real things. But you need to process them and digest them in a way to where it goes down for you. You know, some of those are big pills to swallow, so you got to find a way to break them down to where you can get it all in. Take it all down bit by bit. Break that big aspirin down. Break that big pill down to get the reality truth. The reality pill, I mean to say, like, you know, the procrastination pill. You got to get it down. What up, Donovan Brooks? We on today. We said, people got a right to be in their feelings if somebody seizes an opportunity that they speak about in mixed company before they get a chance to shoot their shot. And so we talking to this person who said they feeling some type of way, and we told them that the things that we talking about, like, you got to understand, like, it may not have been the position that was for you, or you speaking about it may have been talking to somebody who was already on that game, or somebody who may have already been considering that, or it may be somebody who feels like they admire you, want to be like you, and want to do the things that you do. There are multiple reasons why this person may have already got this job before you. Did you ever? And the person said that they must have worked hard to get it. So they may, again, have already had that in the chamber. This other lady may have already had her resume in the chamber. She may have already did the background check, or, you know, it's a whole lot that goes into getting hired places nowadays, especially nowadays. People need to know everything about you. They need to know your credit score. They need to know everything about you. So if she got this already, it's not like, you know, if she went through all the processes and things like that and got the job before you and heard about it after you, that means either you lollygagged or she was already on this opportunity and then she fast-tracked herself by you putting the fire under her aspirin. That's what you got to understand sometimes. Like, every opportunity is not for you, but at the same time, you got to look at this, like Lucy Lowe 78 said, maybe this is a lesson in learning how to work with movement, moving on things, not just speaking on things, to actively move and really have some producement, as my wife likes to say, some producement, you know? Give me a product of what your work has done, of what your actions have come up with. Give me that. I need that. You know? But again, it's important to process these feelings. You know, keep looking for opportunities that are meant for you, because at the end of the day, what's yours will not pass you by if you got your chin up. If you looking all in the ground, all woe is me, shoulders all caved in, and nobody's going to see you and believe in what you got going on. You got to be able to kick your shoulders back and put your chin parallel to the ground and say it with your chest and move forward. Again, I still encourage you to apply for the same position in which you believe somebody else has taken. If they have not taken this position down on whatever site you see, then I say still apply. What'd you say, Donovan Brooks? I hate that. I just want my credit. I'm not mad at your win. I feel some type of way. I want you to give me credit or my props. And then again, like, they may not have, you know, needed to even give them credit. They may have been like, oh, snap, I better get on my P's and Q's with this job because they talking about what I already got in the works. Or even then, you know, if she see her again, be like, girl, I went in and got that job you was talking about. Did you still apply? Like, she may have said some other stuff to you. May have got you realizing that, would you say, if you don't recognize that I helped, then moving forward, I know to keep my mouth shut around you. And that's another thing. We talked about that. Like, everything ain't meant to be said around everybody. Everything is not meant to be said around everybody. All ears are not meant for all conversations. You know how, like, when you were little, your parents wouldn't talk certain ways around you, or maybe they did, or, you know, or you wouldn't talk certain ways around your parents or your grandparents. That's because all conversations are not meant for every ear. So even in this, the friends that you may have been telling that, you know, unless they ask the question like, girl, what you been up to? And then you just went ahead and said, you know, I just went ahead and, you know, I just saw this job, you know, they may ask you some questions about work. But again, you got to look around yourself. See who's in there. You could have been like, yeah, girl, I'm out here working hard at it, still on my grind. What's been up with you and the kids? You know, you could have deflected that and went on to a whole nother conversation. But let them know that you've been out there on your grind, even if they ask other questions. You looking for something, And then the other girl may have said, well, I know of a position that I'm applying for. Maybe you should apply for it too. You see what I'm saying? Like, in that conversation, with you withholding some of that information and not speaking, you know, sometimes, like, I learned this the hard way a lot of times. Like, when I'm really in depth about something and I feel like I got a grip on something, sometimes I speak about it as if I already got it, and sometimes that deters people away from helping me out with it, if that makes sense, or deters people away from contributing what they feel like could be an uplift if they helped in a certain situation. So I talk myself out of assistance sometimes. So that's what you got to look at. You know, sometimes when you speaking, looking too good, talking too wise in situations and circles, like Rudyard Kipling told us not to do in the poem If, you know, you got to sometimes look at yourself and be like, damn, maybe I spoke too much about this. I spoke too highly about it. So I pumped it up. Why would somebody not want to go try to get it? If you talked about like some shoes you saw, or you talked about a dessert that was at a place, or a drink that was at a location, you would hope that somebody may take your recommendation and go check it out. So in this instance, it may have been the right feel to be uplifting and to be positive around people, but it may have been the wrong script for the stage play. You know what I mean? You may have been a couple chapters ahead in the book of y'all friendship, or of y'all situationship, or whatever with y'all ship that y'all navigating through these choppy waters on. You know, so that's the opportunity, you know, you got to kind of look at and say like, hey, maybe next time moving forward, if I want to discuss something like this, like I was looking and I saw a couple positions that stated that they were similar to this, that, and the other, right? Then somebody may come out of the blue in your mixed company and be like, yeah, girl, I saw someone at this one company called blah, 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 blah. And she'd be like, yeah, I saw blah, 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 blah. You know, and y'all can go and tag team that thing together. Be like, or she may be like, yeah, I know somebody in there and my application is in for that already. You'd be like, okay, damn, let me hurry up and, you know, do what you need to do. Or you would at least went into it with a different feeling, like somebody may have an inside plug, but now that I know them, they may be able to tell me about other opportunities in there. You can't look at everything as hatred. You can't look at everything as CBing, yak blocking. You know what I mean? Everything ain't yak blocking, you know? So sometimes you got to look at situations like Lucy Lowe said earlier, a learning opportunity to show you that move differently the next time. Next time you do this, or you in a similar situation, that's what life is about, right? You learn from your lumps. If you got hit by, you're not holding your hands up in a fight, I bet next time your hands is up. So at least if your ribs get tore up, at least you won't get the same lump on your eye. You got to learn from your lumps. So hopefully you learned in this situation that you don't always speak everything around everybody. Everybody does not need to be privy to every conversation. And don't always speak as if you've got it under control already, or if you've got it in the bag, because that person may have said like, damn, I know somebody there. Maybe they can help you out. They may think that you being intrusive by speaking too much. Cause again, you said they were a friend of a friend. So you in good energy at least. So it's not like your friends had you out there with your enemies. You were a friend of a friend, so in this situation, it's just, you just spoke you put the cart ahead of the horse. You put the cart ahead of the horse, and that either causes the horse to push the cart, which is not beneficial to it itself, meaning it's not beneficial to the situation, meaning you're doing more work than necessary and it's out of alignment, or the cart now is in the way of the horse, and now the horse got to figure out a way back around it to start pulling it. Meaning you got to find a way back out of this situation to where now you can be back in control. Oh, that is a good question, Lucy Low 78. Curious if they told their real friend about their feelings. And I wonder that too. Now, with them submitting this letter, maybe after they submitted it, maybe they told them after that. That is a good question. I would like to know that too. Hit me up over there feeling a certain type of way, because I saw you plug on here. I saw you would come on the screen. So, did you tell your friend who's the friend of this other friend about how you feel about this situation? Because again, let's recap. I said, you got the right to feel however you feel about this, but hopefully you're learning something from it in regards to how to move in accordance to a situation similar to this. Also, I spoke earlier about maybe they already had something in the chamber that concerned this position, and you just helped light the fire under their ass. What's going on, comedian Melvin Washington Jr. You know what I mean? So that you may have lit the fire under them. So now that's a situation where you just helped put them in position to score. You got all the way to the goal line and toted this whole situation down to the goal line, and they went ahead and ran a quarterback sneak on your ass. So I don't look at it as being a sneaky. I just feel like they seized the opportunity. I feel like they seized the opportunity that you spoke about, again, but you're not privy to because you haven't spoken to them about it. You didn't say anything about that. But I'm asking that same question Lucy Lowe asked. Did you talk to your friend who knows them about how you feel? Because maybe that's a bridge that can be gapped. A bridge that can be mended again, Donovan Brooks was talking about did they, if you haven't talked to them, then they couldn't recognize whether or not that you helped them out in this situation, whether you helped push them forward or whether you helped them learn about it or whatever the situation, But Donovan, one of them cappers, they always want their credit. And I'm just playing. I respect to all my noobs out there. I just mess with you. I just like to mess with Donovan. But you know what I mean? So these are situations that are real, things that go on. You have to ask yourself these questions feeling some type of way. Because at the end of the day, what we say, what's for you, it's not going to pass you by. This may have been an introduction to what you were looking for. It's like finding a job on the strip. And the company ain't what you were looking for, but now you down there in the mix and you know what to do now that you on the strip. Now you got to, get you a better gig down there. Just using as an example because that's one way you can fall into the mix, but while climbing your way out of what you thought was perfect, you end up finding what is absolutely right in your lane. So to wrap it up, don't be too hard on yourself. Again, you welcome to feel however you feeling about it. Don't be too hard on yourself. And don't dwell too long on it, because that's a way to kind of get stuck in the quicksand of it all. And then that woe is me pulls you down. Woe is me is heavy. So anything that you carrying that's extra heavy on you and you in your own created quicksand, then now you forcing yourself to be able to, or anybody who's trying to help you, now they're taking a chance of being pulled in with you because what you're doing, this woe is me, I can't lift my hands up because I feel sorry for myself. Now you down here, you can't even reach up for help. So anybody that's wanting to or trying to has less of an opportunity to be successful at it because you so in your feelings. So it's good to feel a certain type of way, but don't get lost in those feelings. Don't dwell on it for too long. Keep your head up. Keep searching for that perfect position that you feel like this one was or what this one introduced you to. We were talking resumes earlier today. Maya and I were talking about how now this may give you the words to put on your resume that's going to pull up other opportunities for you. You may get something out of this that's even greater than what you thought this opportunity was. And when you find it, go all in. Push all your chips to the center of the table. When you find this opportunity that this one made you aware of was great in any way or fit you in any way, the next opportunity, go all in. Don't speak about it. Have you ever seen anybody talking at the poker table? Only in movies. What up, Ray Butler? You know what I mean? Like, appreciate it. I mean, you ever seen anybody talking in poker? Look at the World Series of Poker. Phil Ivey and, you know, all them boys, they be around the table. Quiet. You can hear a mouse pissing on cotton. Quiet at the table. Until they say all in. Because then they know they've made the moves necessary to be in a better position to where all in comes about a win. Do you always win when you go all in? Hell no. But it's a calculated risk. Just like life. It's a calculated risk, y'all. You know? So appreciate feeling some type of way for coming on here and leaving us a letter, an opportunity. I appreciate Lucy Lowe, comedian Melvin Washington Jr., DJ Real Count, Ray Butler, Donovan Brooks, Dakari Kofi. Appreciate all y'all tuning in, tapping in. Miss Contreras, you always on here. I appreciate you. Salute. You know what I mean? Who else came on here? Cali Bay 143. All y'all that popped on here, I appreciate y'all for, as always. If you out there and you got some questions, shoot me an email. Text me if you got my phone number. But the email address is hollaattthehomie@gmail.com. That's HOLLAATTHAHOMIE@gmail.com. Or you can hit the radio station at hot7025fm.com, put in the subject letter, Holla at the Homie. So until next time, I've been 360 the Poet. What's up, Christy Splunge? Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. In a minute.
Hi. Hey.
What's up? All your favorite artists.
Check it out. Say my name. DJ Khaled. This is Mila J. Bruno Mars.
On hot7025fm.com.